Hey there, team. Okay, so I'm going to take you through the Power of Three document and make this as simple as possible for you to really get rolling as quickly as possible in your business. And this is basically similar to a business activity tracker. So if you hear us talk about a BAT, business activity tracker, that's what that is. And there are a lot of different versions of this type thing floating around. Don't jump from thing to thing unless you feel like this is not working for you and you need to try something different. But so far, out of 4 years, this is the one that I have connected with the most. It's colorful, but yet it's really simple and it's easy to follow. And it incorporates a few things that the business activity tracker does not, and these are things that are really important in moving your business forward. So I'm going to share with you also a couple of ways that I have tweaked this actual document, and you may want to do this as well. So first things first, the top you'll see it says be a product of the product, and it says drink Shakeology. That's pretty self-explanatory. You're going to want to check mark there every single day. Beachbody workout. Same thing, unless it's a rest day, you're gonna want to, you can write in rest on that day. Then post about it. So every single day, you should be posting a picture of you doing a workout, a sweaty pic, a video of you exercising. Every once in a while, you'll want a picture of you with a shake or a shake recipe. You want to be adding value to people, not just look at me. Try and add a tip, add some motivation in there as you post about it. That's really important to connect with people in that way. The next segment is invite, and it says connect. So these are 3 categories. And as you can see, I'm going to show you, I have drawn a line straight down there. And what I'm doing is not every day, but I'm getting there, also post on Instagram, and I'm attempting to work Facebook and Instagram and not have all of my eggs in one basket. Now, if you're just getting started and you want to start with Facebook and become confident in that, then that's fine. Some people really do well on Instagram. So play around with that. And I think it's okay to do 2 things. You just want to make sure that you have a home base and that you feel comfortable and get comfortable. Obviously, it takes time to get there if you're new to social media. But anyway, the most important thing is I wanted to let you know that's a way that I have tweaked this sheet for myself. So I always know whatever's on the top of the line is regarding Facebook, whatever's on the bottom of the line is regarding Instagram. For me, that's what works for me. So it says post 3 life posts. Now, I don't post as many times per day on Instagram as I do on Facebook. I post about 3 times a day on Instagram, post about 5 or 6 times a day on Facebook. That's my rhythm. But at least 3 times a day, you should be posting on each one of those. And 3 life posts, of course, if you're also posting about your workout and you down at the bottom, you're also posting motivation, then that's putting you at 5 already. So that's kind of an average of what I do on Facebook. Then your 3 life posts, those are going to be things that make you unique. So for me, I post about my faith, my family, focus, and kind of driven leadership type things. Sometimes I post about food. So figure out what is it that makes you unique. Are you a scrapbooker? Do you refinish furniture? Do you have a specific hobby that you really enjoy, gardening or whatever? Those things make you unique. So pick about 5 things like that is you, and start branding yourself as those things, and that's what those life posts would be. Then it says add 3 to your network. Now here also I have added that line so that I know it's in regards to Facebook and then also Instagram. Now I'm going to show you the way that I gather people from Facebook, and hopefully this screen share will work for you guys. I set up a like page. I love my like page. You can work your personal page, but I enjoy working my like page, and it does take a while to get that up and going. So at least initially, you'll want to add people from your warm market, and I'll back up and show you that as well. So in a like page, you're going to have people, all of these people have liked my page just recently. So I'm going to go to Debbie's page and check her out. She looks normal. And then I can click there, select her URL, And then I'm going to head back to my personal page. I toggled back over, go up to the URL, hit paste, and it puts in hers. Now her, I can send her a message. I can't actually add her as a friend because there's no add friend button right here. So that would be something that I could send one of the non-Beachbody messages to. Okay, so then if you are not setting up a like page yet, which is totally okay, then you can go to your own page. You can go to friends. You can go and see here, find friends. Right up here, these are people that have sent me friend requests, and I really don't know these people, so I'm actually not going to confirm them. Here are people that you may know. So this is a great place to start and see if you actually know some of these people, or if you have a lot of friends in common. Like here, we've got 7 friends in common, and I actually do know her, so I could add her. And so you can just go down through and start adding friends this way. That's a really great option, especially as you get started. I went to high school with him, so I could easily add him and not feel weird about that. Okay, so those would be, I just added 2 people, so I can put hash marks on adding to my network. Okay, I'm gonna do that. And then I will show you in a separate tutorial the different ways to do this on Instagram. Right now on this, we're in this video, I'm just gonna focus on Facebook. Okay, so then comment in 3 groups. Here is how I do that. I simply go back to my home screen. Now I have made a few groups my favorites. And if you don't know how to add a group as a favorite, here's a group. I'm part of Paradise Coast Foodies. In this little button where there are 3 dots, you can hear it's already in my favorites, so now it's going to say remove from favorites. If it was not in my favorites, it would say add to favorites. So when you click up group as your favorites, then it's going to show it up here. See how it says favorites grayed out? These groups are my favorites because I go to them every single day. So you're going to want to go and comment or post on a group, on a post in here. And here you can see today I had already commented. Maybe we'll head over to the new grocery store tonight. So you are creating relationships on different group pages. And that way you can, once you have conversation with these people, I could easily then go back and add this Randy Mandra as a friend. And I'll do that. So now I've added another person. So it really, doing the power of 3, I've been thinking about it, and it's really a lot like learning to drive a car. When you're learning to drive a car, it is so overwhelming. And I remember, being 16 or 15 in the driver's seat and driver's ed, and you're like, okay, so first I got to buckle my seatbelt, and then I turn the key, and then I make sure that my foot is on the brake, and then my hands are on the steering wheel. And there's like 100 different steps it takes just for you to pull out. Now what do? We get down the road and we don't even remember being in the driveway because it's so second nature. That is how this is going to become. But at first, it's going to take a lot of tiny little steps that add up to getting this done. And it's going to take you longer at first than it will over time. So please know that, and know that you just keep doing it and keep doing it. And like that car, pretty soon you're going to do a power hour and you're not even going to remember it, because it just becomes second nature to you. And it will be one chunk, where right now it's in about a bazillion chunks, to get 1 power hour done. So I want to encourage you in that. Okay, the next section, and I'm going to, let's see, I guess I'll continue to screen share. The next one is invite and build relationships. And this one is to comment on 3 posts. So here I'm going to go to home, and I may see what I'm looking for here in terms of which post am I going to comment on? That may be a really big question. How are you going to decide what post you're going to comment on? Well, for me, this is a new challenger. So I think this would be a great one to comment on. And let's see. I'm reading it really quick to make sure that I respond appropriately. What I have is in the back of my office, I keep a whiteboard of people that are on my list to build relationships with. These are the people that I really feel like I would connect with and that they would make good challengers or good coaches. So I want to regularly kind of date them, if you will, and build that relationship. So I'm going to make sure that they're on my list to comment on their posts. And then I think it's great if there are people also that you haven't talked to in a while to comment on their posts. Maybe they used to be your customer and you think they're going to be your customer again. Basically, these are people to me that I'm sort of dating in a way, prospecting and building that relationship with. So that's what I'm thinking there for comment on 3 posts. And I highly recommend that you tag them. In order to tag somebody, you put the @ symbol and then their name, and that's how you tag them, and they're more likely to see your comment, which means that your time is better spent rather than commenting and they never see that you even commented. The next one is 3 non-Beachbody messages. Now, if I have somebody who accepts my friend request, and I don't think there's any sitting in here right now, oh, there are. Okay, so this little button up at the top, the icon with 2 people, that will have people who have accepted your friend request. So you've friended people, now they've accepted, and now these are people that I can go and message. So this is a brand new friend. I noticed that she liked my like page, and she's a health coach. And so I'm going to shoot her a message. First, I'm going to look at her wall really quick, like a couple of her things, and then I'll comment. And now I'm going to shoot her a message and just say, "Hi, Terry. So nice to meet you. Thank you so much for liking my fitness nutrition page. Means the world to me to have your support on my journey. I see that you are also an IIN grad, which is where we graduated from nutrition school. How cool is that? When did you attend?" So I'm not saying anything about Beachbody. I'm simply making a connection, paying her a sincere compliment, and asking a question so that she has a reason to respond to me. And then sometimes, depending on kind of what my focus is for the week, there will be times when I'll have a new person that I'm messaging, and I may send a message just like that, and then I may say, "Hey, oh, by the way, I'm getting ready to host a free nutrition group for the week. Is that something that would be beneficial to you? If so, I'm happy to add you. If not, no big deal." And so it's just kind of like an afterthought. And that way it gets an invitation out there, but yet it's not an overwhelming Beachbody in your face type thing. So I send ideally at least, these are all minimums, at least 3 non-Beachbody messages to build relationships with people. And then that can be done also on Instagram. So this is one of the lines that I have drawn for Facebook and then Instagram, and then 3 messages to coaches or challengers. Now, this is one where I also have drawn a line down the middle. So it's my goal each day to message at least 3 coaches and message at least 3 challengers. Now, maybe you don't have 3 coaches yet, and that's okay. But I would go ahead and start messaging people as if they are going to be your next 15-star diamond coach, and start taking care of them and really coach people as if you are the CEO of $1 million company, because you can be. The more that we have that mindset and the more that we act that out, the more likely it's going to happen, and the sooner. So these are messages to people. Maybe you've only got 3 challengers total. Well, shoot them a message every day. Let them know that you're thinking about them. Maybe it's just a little quick emoji type thing, that is cute. And hey, I'm cheering you on today. Or, oh my gosh, what a great graphic you posted on your wall. Any little word of encouragement, and the more specific that it can be based on what they've done, the better. Okay, the next category is invite, and it says follow up. Now it says 3 invites to coaching opportunity. Now this is an area where I struggle probably with this more than any, even though I'm absolutely passionate about the opportunity. And sometimes what gets in our way is that we think that people aren't ready. But that's not for us to decide. That's for them to decide. It's our job to simply present information and let people decide where they're at with things, because I never would have dreamed that I was ready for this, and here I am. So, and chances are that somebody invited you to this opportunity, and maybe it took them inviting you several times. It took my coach inviting me like 4 different times and following up with me that many times for me to say yes, and I'm so glad that I did. So there are several ways that you can do this. You can set up an event page, and I'll show you an event page real quick on Facebook, and maybe you set up an event to an open house. So here's one that I set up, and it's a great opportunity for me to show you this. You have access to this graphic. I'm happy to get it to you. And then same thing with this wording. This is something that I've used before, and I, will probably use it again. And then it looks like somebody, okay, yep. There are people that I invited over 300 people to this, and ended up with about 10 people of my own attending. So that means that I'm putting this opportunity in front of 10 people all at once. And it's a really quick and easy way to invite a ton of people. And I remember the first time that I did this, I invite everybody. It doesn't have to be people who have already gone and done a challenge group. There are some people out there who would prefer to know about Beachbody in general before they even do a challenge group. And it kind of makes sense to me. I kind of want to know about LA Fitness before I just go up and sign up for personal training with LA Fitness. You know what I mean? So it makes sense. And that way we're just letting them know, what is this coaching thing? And that way we're educating. It's all about educating and letting them decide what they want to do with that. Then we've got 3 invites to a challenge group. Here, the wording that is always going to count as an invite is if you are messaging somebody about the coaching opportunity or a challenge group, and you say, or even Shakeology, have you considered doing what I do as a coach? Have you considered joining something like a challenge group that I've posted about? Have you ever considered trying Shakeology for additional energy, because I know that you work nights? Have you ever considered? And that's an invite, so mark it down. Sometimes I think that we make it really way too hard, and it's just not. So we overthink it. And then 3 follow-ups. For me here, I also include some of these. It might not be, are you ready yet? That certainly counts as a follow-up, but also these forming conversations. If I am having 3 conversations with somebody prior to inviting them to a group, and I'm just building that relationship, that's fine. You can count that as a follow-up. But certainly there are going to be times of the month where your focus needs to be on following up and enrolling people, because you've had those initial conversations. Now it's time to really invite them to a group, invite them to coaching, or once that's done, then you'll want to find out if they're ready or if they need more information to be able to make a decision and get enrolled. So that's a follow-up. All right, last section, personal development. Now this is huge. This is not going to directly make you money, but if you don't do it, then you won't earn. It's that important. About 80% of your success is up here in learning and personal development, and about 20% of it are the mechanics. Seriously, it's that big of a deal. So always, once a week, be listening to the team call, and then always the national wake up call. That's what those two things are. Then you've got daily, you're going to be reading or listening to a book and podcasts, and then you'll want to post some of that motivation based on your own personal development. So that's what that is there for. Then other weekly stuff, every single week, you're going to want to post some kind of transformation picture or post. You're going to want to put your challenge group post out there, and then also an invite post, so to the opportunity. So coaching, challenge group, transformation, coaching, challenge group, transformation, over and over and over. We can't assume that that we've put a post out there and then everybody in the whole world has seen it and it never needs to be done again. So your goal for the week should be down there, and if there's a separate project that you're working on, then of course you can keep that on there. In terms of goal, I believe I would probably put like a success club point goal, a number of people that you want to help for that week. But even more important than that, and it's not on here, but if you will write why you're doing this business, write it all the way around the edge, if you will, every single week for you to rewrite why you're doing this business is going to be a game changer for you. So I hope that helps, and thanks for watching.